I asked it of 3rd July for the repatriation of the remains of former President Lungu to come to Zambia, and the other party, the Lungu family, will be filing their response to what I will be asking by 4th July. And after we've done that, the court can hear us for that application on 18th July. And that us to continue negotiations, to continue talking to each other. The parties who have been discussing, maybe they will change the negotiators, and maybe the Lungu family also will change the negotiators, so that we bring the body, or we bring the remains.
Good people, what's happening? My name is Dr. Clarence and welcome back to TV7 Live, where we get to give you all the hottest and top trending topics, broadcasting live and direct from the nation of Zimbabwe in Africa. We're seeing the Southern African Development Community region divided over Edgar Lungu. What is happening? Now, there is rumors and speculation that Edgar Lungu used a Zimbabwean passport to travel to the nation of South Africa before he is passing on. What really happened? And today, the 25th of June 2025, what happened at Edgar Lungu's funeral? So we're going to be giving you everything that happened today at Edgar Lungu's funeral, leading to right now where we are right now. And in Zimbabwe, we are seeing rumors and speculation of Ignatius Chombo's death. What happened? We see rumors of his death. Then we see rumors again that he is not dead. Then we see Themba Mliswa taking it to X.com, weighing in, and he is addressing the ex-wife of Ignatius Chombo, because the ex-wife is said to be the one who would have said, no, Ignatius Chombo is not dead. So, has Ignatius Chombo passed on, or he hasn't passed on? If he hasn't passed on, why the rumors and the speculation? Then today we see Tagwirei, imagine from Bulawayo. What is happening in Bulawayo? What is the program there in Bulawayo? Then we also see Tagwirei speaking on his presidential ambitions. So we're going to be covering all those stories and more right here on TV7 Live, right now on TV7 Live. In the meantime, before we proceed with this video, make sure you click the like button and subscribe to TV7 Live if you have not yet already done so, that you never miss any of our videos. Bear with me, guys. My network might go off while I'm in the middle of a broadcast, or my electricity might turn off. There are people trying to stop me from broadcasting. These are not people sent by the government of Zimbabwe. The ZANU-PF government is not that stupid, okay, to be sending some uneducated fools who only exist to be bothering me. Rather, these are some superstitious, delusional, uneducated people who think if they murder me, they can make some money from my blood. So, that is a reality that is happening. If superstitious people could do their own superstition and not trespass on other people's being, there will be no problem. They feel entitled to bother other people. They feel entitled to murdering other people because there's some blood-thirsty, pestering cockroaches and mosquitoes. Anyways, we begin with the Tagwirei saga, because this one is the shortest one of them all. Then we dive into the Edgar Lungu and the Ignatius Chombo saga. So I'm just gonna put the video on the screen right there. Big up to everybody who is watching us live right about now on TV7 Live. I'm just putting the video there on the screen right about there. I'm playing it using a browser. So we see Tagwirei earlier on arriving at Bulawayo National University of Science and Technology, NAST University. And beside him we are seeing Tatenda Mavetera. Now, the moment he is asked concerning his presidential ambitions, one question we may ask is, why is he asked to address these concerns? Why does this come up? Big up to everybody who's watching us live. To those watching us live, you can write your comments in the top chat or in the super chat. That is how I can get to see your names so I can give you my shout outs. To those who are watching us live, guys, can you confirm if you can hear me loudly and clearly?
My question to all to this again is, how far true is that step? There is one final question. presidential. My question will go to the speaker. How far to?
All right, so we see Kunakwasha Tagwirei is asked about 2030. Then he makes that slogan, and he says that means there is no vacancy there. Big up to Mkoma Ino and SK watching us live right about now. Says that means there is no vacancy there. Making the 2030 slogan. Anyways, what is he doing in Bulawayo? What is Kunakwasha Tagwirei up to in Bulawayo? Tagwirei attended a high-profile event at the National University of Science and Technology in Bulawayo, where he revived the contentious 2030 slogan nearing tied to President Emerson Mnangagwa's Vision 2030 for Zimbabwe's development. This move, reportedly pushing for Mnangagwa's extended leadership into 2050, sparked tensions within ZANU-PF, particularly with Vice President Constantino Chiwenga's alleged faction, which had previously halted such slogans after threats of national protests by opposition figure Geza. Experts described Tagwirei as a polarizing figure, with some speculating he is being groomed as a future president. Noted the event as a showdown, splitting the Chiwenga's camp, while at on X.com we see Mukungunungwa claimed thousands of young women from the pro-Mnangagwa for ED welcomed Tagwirei, celebrating his commitment to Mnangagwa's vision. During the last event, Tagwirei announced a pledge to provide $30,000 loan to promising young Zimbabwean entrepreneurs, repayable over 7 years, aiming to foster a generation of successful business leaders. The gesture was widely shared on X, with users like Mudungwe Kekeru Sambo and S. Jonono praising his generosity. Then there is the seventh day church controversy. Tagwirei faced accusations of politicizing the SDA church by allegedly using its pulpit for political activities, prompting backlash on X.com. Ladies and gentlemen, now we go over to find out what happened at Edgar Lungu's funeral. We're going to be addressing all the speculations surrounding post Edgar Lungu death. We're going to be covering everything that happened following his death. What did Edgar Lungu do when Kaunda passed on? We're going to be addressing that too also.
The court at least has allowed that we don't bury today, because we made what we call
prima facie case, that yes, there is need for the parties to continue discussing and for the parties to reflect whether this is the best arrangement we want. And so the court has allowed that we wait until I make the application to court, and I've been asked to file on or before 3rd July. For the repatriation of the remains of former President Lungu to come to Zambia. And the other party, the Lungu family, will be filing their response to what I will be asking by 4th July. And after we have done that, the court can hear us for that application on the 18th July. And but that gives us time to continue negotiations, to continue talking to each other. The parties who have been discussing, maybe they will change the negotiators. Maybe the Lungu family also will change the negotiators. so that we bring the body, or we bring the remains of the former president to Zambia. That is our hope.
All right, here he is talking about changing the negotiations. Who is negotiating on behalf of the Lungu family? Is it the Lungu family itself, or it is Lungu's political party that is negotiating on behalf of Edgar Lungu? What is happening here, ladies and gentlemen? And what happened when Kenneth Kaunda passed on in the year 2021? Let's dive into that without wasting any time. Big up to everybody who's watching us live right about now. To those watching us live, you can write your comments in the top chat or in the super chat. That is how I can get to see your names, so I can give you my shout out. Anyways, to those watching us live right about now, guys, before we proceed, everybody who's watching us live, just take this minute to click the like button. Just take this minute, please, to click the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Died in 2021 at the age of 97 from pneumonia. His family, led by his son Kaweche Kaunda, expressed his wish to be buried next to his wife Betty at their private residence in Chinsali rather than at the government designated presidential burial site, Embassy Park in Lusaka. Despite this, the Zambian government under President Edgar Lungu insisted on a state funeral and burial at Embassy Park, arguing that national interests superseded personal or family preferences. Then we see court battles. The Kaunda family challenged the government's decision in court, with Kaweche arguing that his father's explicit wish was to be laid beside his wife. However, the government, represented by Solicitor General Abraham Wansa, proceeded with the burial plans, stating no court order has been served to halt the state arrangement. The High Court ultimately ruled in favor of the government, citing the precedent that former presidents should be buried at designated national sites to honor their public significance. There is a state funeral on July 7, 2021. Kaunda was buried at Embassy Park with full military honors, attended by Lungu, despite the family's objections. The funeral followed a 21-day national mourning period, during which Kaunda's casket was towed across Zambia for public tributes. Edgar Lungu's decision to prioritize state protocol over Kaunda's family's wishes drew significant criticism. Family discontent. Kaunda's daughter spoke at the funeral, emphasizing her father's love for his family despite his public duties, hinting at their frustration with the government actions. Then there is public and political backlash. Critics, including voices on X.com, accused Lungu of disrespecting Kaunda's legacy by imposing state control, framing it as a power play